1, 2, 3, Blazer!
Even Potter. Davis hammers it down. Trujillo.
Oh, yes! Okay.
Yes, sir! Oh, wow!
Trailblazer. Welcome to Trailblazer Tip-Off.
Let's go!
And hi there, everybody. Welcome inside Burns Arena. We're getting you ready for the old Hammer rivalry. Longtime in-state rivals, Utah Tech and Utah Valley. Hi there, everybody. Rod Zundel, Mike Olson here. Glad to have you aboard for Trailblazer Tip-Off. And, Mike, you cannot oversell the importance of this matchup. We've been saying this for a couple of weeks now, but right now the Trailblazers are a game behind Utah Valley and California Baptist for first place in the WAC. They have Utah Valley tonight and then California Baptist Saturday. Biggest two-game stretch in the Division I era here at Utah Tech.
Yeah, what a week of basketball, and that's on the heels of a double overtime win against UT Arlington, who was in that hunt for first place as well. So important stretch for both teams. Utah Tech trying to get up into those standings and hold that number one spot. In Utah Valley, they're doing their best to hold off a hot Trailblazer team.
Of course, this in-state rivalry goes all the way back to 1972, 1973 when they started as members of the junior college ranks. For Division I era, this is the 13th all-time meeting since both have become Division I. Utah Valley has the better of it, 9-3, but the Trailblazers are 2-2 at home. Last year in this building, it went to overtime. Utah Valley got the win.
Yeah, this is going to be a great rivalry. You said it. It's gone back for years, but I'll tell you what, it is just focused on tonight. And then this is the first of two trips for Utah Valley, so it won't be long before we see the green come back into the Burns Arena.
They met 1 month ago tonight. It was in Orem. Trailblazers were battling back and forth, about a 4-point game midway through the second half, and then things kind of fell apart and went the other way. But when you look at that matchup, they ended up losing by 16. A lot closer than that, Mike, as the statistical categories right there, except for just a couple.
Yeah, very evenly matched game, and it was all the way up until about the 15-minute mark when Ethan Potter picked up his fourth foul, had to go to the bench. Very evenly matched, but there's a few stats that stood out. Utah Valley, 46 points in the paint. They shot 67% in the second half. Utah Tech, 19 turnovers, and UVU capitalized on those 19 turnovers with, 26 points off the turnovers. So just a few things going the Trailblazers' way, and that would have been a different outcome.
9 more points, fast break points, and 7 more free throws. That's the difference. 15-point total there in a 16-point game. But Trailblazers feeling good about themselves, though. They won 4 in a row. They're 8-2 in this building. They're coming off an instant classic against UT Arlington last Thursday. They had Saturday off. A double overtime thriller with Chance Trujillo hitting the game winner with 1.5 seconds left in double OT. That was classic. Players had to step up in big moments, and they did.
They absolutely did. Utah Tech, in the last 10 games, 6-4. That was a huge win for Utah Tech to start this road trip or this homestand. And the teams just keep getting better and better. But this Utah Tech team continues to rise to the challenge.
It was an instant classic 1 week ago tonight. Trailblazers and the Mavericks of UT Arlington take a look back at that exciting double overtime win in this edition of Sounds of the Game. It's a battle of contenders for a WAC regular season title. Cannot oversell the importance of this game. Trujillo, deep three. How about Dario Domingo? The steal by Belonga. Hammer overtime. Over. Chance Trujillo, hammer dunk. Oh, baby. Woo. Chance Trujillo. What a shot, Ethan Potter. Nice. No. Rebound, Belonga. We go to double overtime. 3-ball hold. No. Gets his own rebound, lay it up and in! Trujillo for the win! Chance Trujillo, of course, the hero with that three-point shot to win it. He had a career-high 22 points, hit 4 of 7 from beyond the arc.
He shot it really well right from the beginning. Shot 70% from the field for the game, so he had a hot hand, and Coach Judkins kept drawing up plays to get his guys some looks, and that step-back three at the buzzer to win it, huge clutch shot.
Now, Chance, he's kind of a talented dude. Besides having success and being a great basketball player, he also has another talent. Take a look. How impressive is that, playing the piano?
Yes.
You can watch the full interview with Chance Trujillo on Trailblazer Tales over on Trailblazer Sports Vision here on YouTube. But besides Chance getting the accolades, obviously, he was the named the WAC Player of the Week and Newcomer of the Week, so he got a double dip there. They had other players step up. Juice Holt hit a big shot to tie it up in the first overtime. And then Ethan Potter, who had to miss 4 minutes of that game to go back, get stitches, came back, and he came up huge. And Noah Belonga, who struggled defensively, came up with a couple of big-time shots, a dunk, and then in overtime, a swooping reverse layup. Britton Barrett hit a key three. Dario Domingos came in, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 5 for 5 shooting in 10 minutes. Everybody had a moment where they excelled.
Yeah, and Todd Phillips, coach of UVU, said it best. It is not one guy for UVU or Utah Tech that you have to pay attention to. It's a top to bottom roster that anybody can hurt you.
All right, counting down the moments till tip off. The Old Hammer rivalry about ready to get underway. We'll hear from head coach John Judkins when we come back.
Welcome to Utah Tech University. From classrooms to cliffs and lectures to lakes. Here, we celebrate active learning, active life. Our Trailblazers learn by doing, are career ready, and solve real problems with real partners to meet community needs. Here, students get the full college experience and choose from 300 affordable academic programs. All in one of the most stunning destinations on earth. With this as your backyard, life is just as active as your education. Come experience active learning, active life at Utah Tech University.
Both teams out on the floor as we count down the moments till tip-off here on Trailblazer Tip-Off. Utah Tech and Utah Valley in the Old Hammer rivalry. 13th meeting all-time in the Division I era. Rod Zundel and Mike Olson here. And Mike, quickly, a couple of key players for Utah Valley that Trailblazers are going to have to worry about.
Well, you start with Holcomb. He's just under 16 points a game. He's been their guy. He had 26 points up the road at Cedar City. But last time he played the Trailblazers, Utah Tech held him to only 6 points. So he's one guy that could go off. Another guy is Hendricks. Hendricks right now, Tyler Hendricks, playing very well. 2 back-to-back 18-point games, shooting the ball extremely well from downtown.
And while they held their leading scorer in that first matchup, Holcomb to only 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting. They allowed Isaac Davis, who averages 10 points. He finished with 23 points. And Trevor Lenhard, who leads the WAC in assists, averaging 11 points a game. He went off for 26 in that first matchup. So they've got to take care of the other guys who aren't the stars. All right, time now for the final word with head coach John Judkins. Taking a look back at last week's big win over UT Arlington and a big week here with 2 in Burns.
Big game, big week. It's everyone's that way now on Rod with the WAC. So, we got to take care of our own business. Can't worry about everybody else. Got to worry about ourselves. And I like where we're at. I like we have 2 home games this week, which would be nice to play 2 very good teams that are tied for first place. So it doesn't get any better than this, being at home and playing against the top teams.
What's your message to the team this week?
Just, again, I thought last week was a good week for us. We had a good comeback. We probably should have won that game in regulation, and then we fought really hard in that first overtime to get it back to a second one. We got to get healthy, Rod. Healthy, the sickness is going around. Every day of practice, sometimes we have 10, sometimes we have 8, sometimes we have whatever. We just got to be healthy. We got to have the energy. X and O's, we know them, they know us. That's not going to be it. It's going to be more of who wants it more, who's going to be more physical, who's going to get the 50-50 balls. We got to keep them off the glass. They're one of the best rebounding teams in our conference. So that's one thing we have to do a better job with.
In the first game in Orem, you were right there till about midway through the second half, and then it kind of went the wrong way.
Well, we had some calls went against us, and then we kind of lost our heads, and they had kind of like a 6-point play because of some things that we did. Something we have to learn, myself included, but also our team. But watching that game again this whole week, getting back to that, I mean, we had turnovers that led to easy baskets, and they went on a 6-7-0 run because of dumb turnovers where we had 2 guys on the ball. We got to get it out. If we get that out, it's a wide open shot. So those are things. But again, Utah Valley is a tough place to play. They've won 23 straight games there, and now they've got to come to our house, and we hope we can do the same thing here.
Last year, same scenario. They took care of business on their floor, and then an overtime win here. So here we go. This is the old Hammer rivalry. This goes all the way back to the junior college days.
Yeah, Utah Valley and the old Dixie State. You're right, is a rivalry. So we're excited for it. We recruit a lot of the same guys. We know a lot of their guys. They know a lot of our guys. Like I said, the X and O's, they're going to know it. We're going to know theirs. It's just going to be who's going to be tougher and who can get those long rebounds and the loose balls.
And the coach knows you very well, and you know him.
Yeah.
Going back to Snow College
back
days.
to Snow College. Yeah, he played for me back in the day. So, yeah, Todd's a good coach. He's doing a great job up there at Utah Valley, and we wish him the best, but it's just not against us.
We are about ready for tip-off. Utah Tech and Utah Valley, the old Hammer rivalry. You can listen to the game over on the Fan Sports Radio Devin Dixon live call. Time now for the national anthem, and then tip-off. Let's play some basketball. The old Hammer rivalry, Utah Tech, Utah Valley on ESPN Plus, and you can